Welcome back, traders. This is Unstockable Trading. In this video, we are going to see uh, is this a real bounce or are we going down next week? And then we'll be looking at SPX, of course, and definitely taking a look at Nvidia, which have earnings tomorrow after hours. And I'll talk about 3 ways of playing this. And one thing we need to recap on Alibaba, which was a hit. But if you look at your option in the morning, it was kind of crushed. But then if you waited until intraday, midday, that was a profit. So first of all, we need to talk about the trend. We broke the downtrend today. Okay, let me zoom this in. This was the original very simple trend line, and then we opened lower, right? And then somehow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Trump tweeted about like delaying automaker tariff, so we popped it upside. So as you can see, this trend line was respected today, like for the first hour of trading, and then we popped it upside. So what is it now? Okay, so what's gonna happen is that we are going to retest the 2860 tomorrow, and then once we break through that, which I think we will, and we'll be looking at the overhead resistance at 2880. Um, does this mean that the bear rally is over? Does that mean that the sell-off is over? I don't really think so, because the trade war is still going on. And then what do we have? We have a June 1st deadline on China. They are going to tax some of the USA exports, and then they give the USA until June 1st. And then we have some kind of a war going on in Iran, somewhere in the Middle East, and then we have so many political issues that's going on right now in the United States. So in the short term, we are going to go higher. Maybe we're gonna retest the 50 days moving average, which is at 2860. So that's a point to look at, which we might go past it tomorrow. It's 10 points away, so I don't see it. Why not? We might go to 2860 and then break through it. So in the long run, next week or the remainder of this month, right? I am remain my bearish stance on it. I am in both puts and calls, but right now more calls than puts. So puts right now just my hedge. I'm seeing some kind of reversal and then come back down. How low do you think we're going to get? We're definitely looking at 2830, because this is where we have some strong support around 2830, and then we try to break 2830 the last 2 days. We had some hard time breaking that yesterday and the day before. So 2830 is our immediate support. But as for now, I am bullish short term. So now let's take a look at Nvidia and what you should do with it. If you got caught in the midst of the tariff last week, and you have long-term Nvidia calls, those are down a lot, which I understand because I had some 185, 180 calls, which I sold most of them because I cannot take it anymore. But then I bought them back around, and Nvidia was 162, 160-ish. So I'm holding 8 or 175 May 24th, and then I added 2 more today for 175 June 21st. So my plan is to add more, maybe 5 to 10. Let's do 190 call and June 21st. So I know that I've been bullish on Nvidia for so long, and then this trade war thing smashed semiconductors today. I mean, not today, for the past 7 days, 8 days. But that's okay. Okay? So of course we have to look at the downside. If Nvidia misses earning or revenue and the stock decide to tank, how low do we think it's gonna go? Yeah, the expected move for Nvidia is $18. So we'll be looking at 140, which is very possible because Nvidia been trading at 120 to 140 back then, right? So if I'm expecting the market to bounce a little bit higher, then Nvidia should go up on any bullish news. So if you're scared buying Nvidia calls before earning, you should buy calls after earning if it gaps down. If it gaps down to 140, 138, please get in because this is a long term gonna go up in the long term. If you buy shares, that's fine. This is gonna go up. So just be patient. So Nvidia, I am 100% bullish on it, and I think it's gonna go up. So I just want to make sure that we all understand the implied move for Nvidia. 12 bucks now. Okay, so Nvidia is gonna move $12 up or down. Based on the history of Nvidia, it always go beyond the expected move. The previous quarter we went up about $20 and then we came back down right at open. So we were at like 150 and it went to like high was 180. I remember that day because I had some video calls, but then it faded at open. So the previous one here, of course, we gapped down like a 199, 200 to 160, 30 points move. And look back in the previous history, right here, Nvidia also gapped down from 263 to 24, 25 points move. I mean, you get the point. Nvidia moves big. Like, it doesn't matter what the implied move is. Nvidia always goes beyond it. So it doesn't mean that at open it's going to be within or away. It means that this will move violently, okay, either up or down. So that's why I'm getting further out options, May 24th and June 21st. I might sell this tomorrow if I see profit, and then switch it to a longer time frame for Nvidia. And I might just buy like 5 May 17 just for the fun, because they're not that expensive. It's like 50 cents a contract. I'll buy like 10 or 5, depends on how I feel tomorrow. So with Nvidia, that's my stance on it. And one thing when you look at Amazon, I need to add Amazon to it because I'm holding Amazon calls. So there's a gap right here at 1890 that we have to fill. So I think Amazon, very high chance to fill this gap this week. So if you want to jump in some Amazon call tomorrow morning at open with dips, it's the right choice to do. I do believe Amazon can go back like right here, 1900 maybe, and reject. So that's the point I'm looking at. I added how many did I add? One or two Amazon calls. May 17 expiration, because I am highly confident that we are going to fill this gap right here this week. Alibaba, it went up about to 183 as 10%, and then it faded. Yeah, it was fading it at open. I did not sell because I know that the market was bullish today, so I just wrote this, and then right here I sold some, and then I keep on going. I still have like a couple left, but then it faded, so I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just wait for tomorrow to sell it. So yeah, it was a crazy movement today, but then this morning market wants to go down, and guess what? Alibaba faded, but then I know the market's gonna bounce, so then I kept my my contract and sold it during intraday. And then if you look right here, like those two lines, 173, 180, like they're there for a purpose. So when I draw them, I know that it's gonna go. And then look at this. It touched the line, came back up, touched the line, came back up, hit the resistance, came back down. So pay attention to my lines. Like they are very helpful. Anyhow, on SPX, just want to recap. We know that we are not in the downtrend anymore. We are broken above it. So what's the next thing we'll be looking at? Our target for tomorrow and Friday? Definitely on the bullish side, because I've been looking at this based on minute to minute time frame. Every time we see a dip, it gets bought back up. Every time we fade, we came back up. So as long as we are still above this upper channel, this was a downtrend line, but right, and then we broke it. So now we're gonna see some kind of retracement back to 2880, or even the 2900 if Trump tweets more news. And then most likely we're gonna come down again. So this is gonna happen, and let's see how it goes next week. So right now, short-term bullish. Next week or the week after, bearish when I see rejection on the 50 days EMA, which is at 2860. See you guys in the next video, and have fun trading.